Wagner wrote, in my opinion, much better for the voice than Verdi did. Verdi is far more extreme in his range. Wagner, yes, has the large orchestras to sing through, but if you sing it very much like you're part of the orchestra and your vocal line just rides on top of the orchestra rather than trying to fight through it all, well, you're singing bel canto. He knew what he was doing. And that whole Gesamtkunstwerk thing, to me, that's real theater. And Wagner was the master at this. But someone told me then, you know, you have a very big voice and you're going to be singing Wagner someday. And I was only 19 years old. And less than 10 years later, I was at the Metropolitan Opera singing Wagner. The repertoire sort of chose me more than I chose the repertoire. I was 31 years old. I'd sung Donner, but I'd never sung Wotan until I was 31. And I was told very early on to not take on certain roles until I was 40. Dutchman, Scarpia, the Wotans, Hans Sachs. And for the most part, I stuck to that advice. It was very good advice. But Rheingold is not quite as difficult as some of the others, and so I went ahead and took that on when I was 31. I probably should have waited. It's not so much that the role is so hard, but you have to be out there a long time during the evening. And at the very end of the night, you still have to come out and sing the aria. I studied my Wotans for years and years and years and years and years before I ever trotted them out on stage. You sing a bit at a time. You develop it slowly. Because it's not just the voice, it's the psychology of these roles. It's the alliteration of the text. It's finding out what Wagner meant. There are some nights on some roles when you say, okay, I can sing Balstrode if I'm sick, whatever. I've sung that so many times. Not the longest role in the world. Some tough music in it. Wotan, you finish Rheingold and you finish that evening and you know the next night you have to sing Walküre. You know during Walküre you better sing correctly during Rheingold or you're going to feel it the next night. And it's the same thing with the Wanderer. We're not perfect. I have nights that aren't my best. No question about it. I remember the first time I sang Sachs. I was like, I don't think I ever want to sing this role again. But then you sing the second night and say, okay, we'll give it another shot. I've stayed in the same apartment, not too far from here, every time I've been here, and I love it. Because I know people in my building. I was just talking to a lady, oh, you're back for the opera. I get to know the people, I get to know the area, I have my favorite little restaurants. I have friends here, I can go see Ben. I can do lots of things here, so it's wonderful. I was 6'5" when I was 15 years old. Basketball was my thing, but no, I would not be a basketball player. If I were not a singer, I'd be a veterinarian. I love animals, just love them. I would have an entire herd of everything. I was trained actually in education, and so now, to me, I have the best of both worlds. I'm still an opera singer, I'm still performing, but I'm teaching, and I love to teach. Teaching is performing. I've always said that singing makes me a better teacher, and teaching makes me a better singer. There's no question about it. They work hand in hand. I can't imagine doing anything else other than music. It's where I'm called to be. It's what I do. Opera, I love the name.